through his entire existence, he never saw the blessing. Nor did his children, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. They were foreigners in a strange land, but a land to be occupied by them. They was in the promised land, but living as strangers because it had not been given yet. David was anointed as king, but not yet king. So as a young child, he had to live for the hope that he would be what God had blessed him to be. So while he was living as a young child, he saw the blessing, but the blessing was afar off, which means that right now in his presence, he could not see it. Abraham, even though he knew he would be the father of many nations, at the present moment, he could not see it. By faith, all of these people traveled in what they could not see. And I think that is the reason why we have a lack of commitment. It's because we cannot see the finish line. If you could see it, you would run harder. If you believed it was coming, you would never stop your running. No matter how many hills, no matter how many valleys, no matter what you went through, you would always be inclined to keep moving because you had enough faith to believe that God said he's going to do what he said he's going to do, and I'm going to keep following him for as long as I can. But if you have a lack of commitment to God, you're going to stop. And you don't lay a foundation for yourself or for your family. And when it begins to crumble, you're trying to figure out why. When all actuality, the reason for the failure lies within us. Our foundation is not complete and it's not sure because we lack the faith. Now, Hebrew, this says that they died in their faith. They looked forward to what they had not seen, but what they knew would be a reality. So the only way I can look forward to that is I have to have something that is in my life that is what? Bigger than myself. In order for Mount Moriah to have come out of another church and be here for 20 years, somebody had to lay a solid foundation even though they would not see the fruition. If you look back at the charter members and those who started this whole process, not many are here. But those who are here can recall the story and some of the blood, the sweat, the pain, and the tears. And some of them are still on the battlefield because they realize that maybe not in my time, but I see it. I see it coming, so therefore, if I see it coming, I'm not about to abandon ship. Look, y'all. In God's kingdom, not just Mount Moriah, he's looking for commitments. Commitments that go beyond self-sufficiency. Commitments that go beyond your normal commitments that you make but don't keep. He's looking for that part of us that will stand up and say, Lord, no matter what, I'm going to serve you. Joshua said, as for me and my house. Now, he could have easily said, no, Lord, your way is kind of rough. And I have the capacity and the ability to move beyond you and follow the world and be a success in what I do. But he said, all of y'all can do whatever you want to do for what you think it's going to take to make successful. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Now, to make a statement like that, he had to have what? Faith. That God was going to see his family through.